Our condolences. I know that Oliver Mtukudzi was someone that was close to you and someone that you sang with.
Hi, Peter, and, to the Mtukudzi family and all the viewers and everyone who loved Oliver. I just want to say condolences. What a giant, a selfless man. Oliver really taught me to be selfless. A giant, but very humble. Whether you were in London with Oliver, whether you were in New York, whether you were in Ethiopia, the man was just himself. Very humble, but a great, great musician. When he took that guitar and going on that stage, everybody just danced to his music. Everybody ate, from him. He was just amazing.
As somebody who's been in the industry for so long, what do you think was special about his music that drew people to him? Lots of artists that have wanted to collaborate with him and sing with him.
I think Oliver really was just himself. He's collaborated with great musicians, He's performed in different stages. He's worked with Hugh together. We did a project, as a matter of fact, me, him, and Hugh for the Gates, It was for immunization that we did together. But he was just one of those people who, when you are with him in the studio, he never says a lot. He'll just take his guitar and he will just play the music. A great director and a great musician. That's what he is. And his music, he was just good. He dances without any effort. He sings without any effort. And he's just always so humble.
And much like you, a humanitarian and philanthropist, did you ever talk about this kind of work with him?
Well, I was quite honored to have been in Zimbabwe when UNICEF appointed him as a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador. So we were both UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, and we traveled to Ethiopia together with Oliver as a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador. And he asked me different things. Sisi, what does this Goodwill Ambassadorship mean, and what is it expected of us, because you've been doing it before me. But the man was just an amazing man. I really don't know what to say and what to do, because we were planning to do the Jacaranda festival again next year, thanks to his manager, Walter, who did a good job. We performed a couple of months ago in Zimbabwe, in Harare. We did the Jacaranda festival with Mikasa there and Berita and Oliver. It was Oliver's show, and we were planning to partner and do another Jacaranda show next year, and unfortunately it didn't happen. It means he was just saying, here is something good for Zimbabwean people, and everything is going to be all right, and I want to say to you goodbye, and I love you.
Tell us about the last conversation you had with Oliver Mtukudzi.
Well, the last conversation I had with him, it was in Harare at the Jacaranda Festival, which was his festival. We were actually planning another Jacaranda Festival for next year, for 2019, which is this year, because the one that we did last year with his manager, Walter, it was so amazing. In fact, I kept on saying, with the turmoil in Zimbabwe, do you think it's okay for us to do a show? He said the people of Zimbabwe are peace-loving people, and they want entertainment. They love fun. Let's do this Jacaranda Festival so that they can see that we love them, so that in 2019 we do another one, Sisi, in Bulawayo. So we're planning another one with Walter and Oliver, and unfortunately it didn't happen.
All right, so he traveled all over the world, but he loved coming to South Africa. Did he ever share with you why he loved this part of the world so much?
Well, Oliver was a Pan-Africanist. I mean, he was Pan-African. He was Pan-African. He loved Africa. He was a pure African. He never wanted to be anything else except African. A good father to his children, and a good husband to his wife, and a good musician for that matter. All I want to say to his wife, I want to say, my sister, you have us, you have your husband's friends, and to his children, you have us as your aunts, and we will always love you, and the world loves Oliver.
All right, so we're going to leave it there. Sister Yvonne, thanks very much indeed for joining us and helping us remember this iconic figure, Oliver Mtukudzi. That was Yvonne Chaka Chaka, a person who performed and sang with this towering figure of music. And as she said, he was a Pan-African, traveled the whole world, collaborating with other artists, sharing the stage with many, many great names. And there she was saying that all he did really was just pick up his guitar and play. But if you listen to his music and were able to translate some of the lyrics, he was a great social commentator. He would see things around him and he would sing about them. And sometimes it's just as simple as, children going home late at night, and he was concerned about that, girl children in particular. He spoke about AIDS and sometimes commenting on politics as well, but always about the ordinary man on the street and some of the struggles there. But let's go back to Zimbabwe.